Oh, my controller disconnected. Gosh dang it. Hello everyone, my name is Kane and welcome back to more Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero. Last time, did some side questing and then we also have our main objective for the chapter, which is to figure out the whole threat against Ilya Platier during the Arkansas show. So yeah, gonna have to deal with all that. Now we're supposed to head back because we've been told to give up our investigation. Because now that the first division's going to be handling it, they don't need us anymore. Unfortunately, we can't really stop them from doing that, so we're just going to have to go tell them that we did that we give up. However, I should probably mention what I did off recording, which is mostly farm. As you can see, everyone's level 24 now. What new thing? I have Cross Mirage, a large attack for Ellie, which steps forward and shoots down each target. And Warcry, plus 60 CP, but minus 30% HP. Strength of Spirit with a Battle Cry and trades HP per CP. It's basically the same thing that Agate had in the Trails in the Sky Trilogy. Otherwise, I also upgrade a bit of quite a bit for the Ornament stuff. I mean, I can actually max out Ellie's here. Or I could give a little extra to Tio. Tio, you know what? We'll give it to Ellie. Because she's the healer. So how much CP does Ellie now have as a result of that? 617. I think we'll be fine. Is there anything else of note that I can remember? To my knowledge, the answer to that is a resounding no. To my knowledge. I might be wrong, I just cannot for the life of me remember. Anyways, let me just make sure. Alright, I think we should just head on to story, which is go telling about our own failures. I have a teleport. Alright. Hello? No? Hi. Oh.
Oh, a surprise.
Good afternoon, Miss Ellie. Whom's these? Good. Hello, grandfather. Ernest. Did I hear her right? This man's Ellie's grandfather.
It's been some time. I'm glad to see you're looking well. How's work been going?
Well, we're still new to this, so there's a lot left for us to learn. But I assure you, I don't intend to bring shame upon the McDowell name.
Oh, Ellie, I've told you before, haven't I? You don't have to worry yourself over things like that. Are these your colleagues by chance?
Yes, they are. It's nice to meet you, sir. My name is Lloyd Bannings, and I'm with the CBD Special Support Section. Teal Plato, how do you do?
How's it going? Name's Randy Orlando. My name is Henry McDowell. It's a pleasure to meet the three of you. I must thank you for taking care of my granddaughter.
It's quite the opposite, sir. Ellie's the one that's always looking after us.
And Miss Ellie is a bona fide genius when it comes to dealing with all the paperwork we gotta go through every day.
That does not excuse your utter lack of assistance, Randy.
Is that so? Well, what is important is that you're content with your post.
You know, Miss Ellie, I really think you should make some time to stop by home every once in a while. I'm sorry. I've been hesitant to rely too much on my family since I began living on my own. Even so, don't you...
It's fine, Ernest. Ellie wishes to stand by her decision. Listen, dear. Continue down the path you've chosen until you're satisfied. I cannot mix business with personal affairs, but know that I will help you out to the best of my ability.
Thank you. I know. Thank you, grandfather.
Now then, shall we go, Ernest? I have a meeting with the Business Owners Association next, correct?
Yes, sir. It's scheduled for 5 p.m. Yeah, you're the... I'm pretty sure this was kind of obvious considering your name, and we heard the mayor's name was McDowell, but you're part of the mayor's family.
Whew, that's one bitchin' ride. I knew your family was little Mademoiselle.
I wouldn't really... Wait just a second.
Oh there.
Lloyd. He said Henry McDowell, right? As in the mayor of Crossville City, that Henry McDowell.
Say what?
He is. Come to think of it, I do recall seeing that information in the database. Oh dear. Honestly, it's a miracle that you hadn't noticed until now.
I was about to say, the rest of y'all hadn't noticed this? It's kind of obvious from her name alone, ain't it? There's always something about your surname that bothered me, but I couldn't for the life of me figure out what it was. The mayor's name must totally have slipped my mind, I guess. And I call myself a detective.
You don't have to beat yourself up over it. Besides, my grandfather's position has nothing to do with me.
Oh?
Anyway, we should hurry and speak with Ilya and the others. We still need to tell them about the First Division taking over the case.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Hey, yo, Mademoiselle, where do you think your why do you think your granddad stopped by Arkansas?
Oh, that? Arkansas's first public performance of their new production is being held alongside this year's anniversary festival. I assume he was here for a business meeting regarding that.
I assumed it was kind of obvious, but... Huh? Whee! Whee! Whoa!
Phew. Oh, look! You're back.
And just in time, too. That was amazing.
You two are incredible.
Indeed, I've never experienced anything quite like that. You think so? Sounds like if we iron out the kinks, this might become a crowd favorite. Now that gives me an idea. How about you wait another moment before the Moon Princess spin, Rixia? That way, it'll give the Sun Princess just enough time to react in a way that'll really capture the audience's hearts. That's perfect. Your dancing isn't the only thing that's amazing. You're going above and beyond to perfect every little part of the performance. And I figure that if we can do it, we might as well strive for perfection until it's time to perform. Enough about that. Have there been any developments in the investigation? Oh, that's right. Yes, actually.
It's, not exactly good news.
What do you mean? Alright then. Let me go grab an Avon and then you can fill us in on everything, okay?
Xian character sounds like he's quite dangerous.
You can't be serious. He's really somewhere in the city. Wow, that sure was a fun story. A shadowy immortal assassin whose legend is whispered in the dark corners of the Eastern Quarter. Oh, I love it. The character practically begs to be on the stage. I'll have to add him to our next production. Heck, we can even work out the general outfit into our third act right now. We just gotta get some white robes and the costume is set.
Oh, Ilya.
This is an assassin we're talking about. Why can't you take this more seriously? We suspect that Yen is being employed by a group known as Heyo. We still don't quite understand why Yen sent Ilya that threat letter in the first place.
One thing is certain, though. The chance that this is nothing more than a prank has decreased significantly. Is there any chance you could postpone or...
I have a question. You wouldn't walk off the stage even if a bomb were to go off. Isn't that right, Avon?
Well, I suppose so. Though we aren't all quite as passionate as Ilya, the truth is that all of our members of Arkansas belong to the stage, heart and soul. You wouldn't find one member of the troupe who would abandon the beloved stage under any circumstances.
I may be new to all this, but I feel the same way.
Yeesh, I'm sure people tell you to break a leg out there, but at this rate, your legs will be the least of your worries.
If you intend to proceed with the show, does that mean you're okay with the First Division taking over security? Well, I mean, it is pretty annoying, but the show must go on, no matter the cost. So, what kind of people are these First Division guys?
Well, they're definitely very talented and, more than qualified for the job.
Objectively speaking, they're excellent at what they do. The members of the First Division are an elite group that live up to their name. They should be able to protect you and your show with the utmost discretion until curtain call. I was really hoping to avoid having a bunch of police in here. Then again, we will have a full house. Best safe than sorry.
I agree. I think that's for the best. Anyway, we are talking about you here, Ilya. Once the show starts, you won't even notice them.
How rude. I'll have you know I always pay close attention to my audience. The show only reaches its full potential when the audience and play are completely in sync. Isn't that one of your famous sayings?
For anyone else's case, yes. In yours, however, it says more along the lines of you forcibly dragging everyone into your own little performance.
He's not mincing his words at all, is he?
Indeed. Surely he She is surely the very picture of a theater geek. Excuse me, Lloyd. Does this mean you won't be part of the investigation anymore?
I'm really sorry, Rixia. We don't have much wiggle room here. The Persevision is going to completely take over the case. With them on it, you won't have anything to worry about, at least.
I see. That's a shame. The only reason I agreed to all this in the first place was because you were leading the show, Lloyd. Still, I appreciate you looking into things for us. Send some tickets your way, thanks. So be sure to come and see the play next time you're free.
Oh yes, I'm sure we can arrange something fitting, though I'm afraid you have to wait until after the anniversary festival. If you're okay with tickets for next month, I can have them sent to you as gifts.
Seriously?
Oh yes, I was thinking I'd have to wait 2 months to see it.
That is quite generous. Thank you very much.
Ellie?
I'm so sorry, everyone. I caused you nothing but trouble.
Don't worry about it, Rixia. All the running around we did today is a pretty typical work day for us.
It's simply part of the job.
Yep, no worries, Rixia. Forget about us and just focus on your guys' preview performance.
If you say so, then I will. Thank you, everyone.
Review performance.
Yeah? You'll know about it already. Arkansas puts on a sneak peek of their new show before it's available to the public.
That's correct. This will be my first time performing in one. People all over the continent from both the industry and the media will be attending. I'm sure many influential people have been invited too, in order to boost awareness of our new show.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
By any chance, was Mayor McDowell invited as well? Oh yes, he's our guest of honor. I'm told he plans to support the show in conjunction with the anniversary festival. He's quite kind. Despite his busy schedule, he made time to stop by and encourage us. Felt very much like him. Good luck with the preview, Rixia. It may be your first time, but I'm sure you'll perform wonderfully. You think so?
Absolutely. Considering all the practice you have put in, I doubt you have anything to worry about.
Oh yeah, this play's gonna bring down the house.
I'm quite looking forward to it. I really appreciate the kind words, everyone. I'll get back to my practice then. Thank you all for your help.
Well, it's a shame we couldn't help him any more than we already have, but not much we can do about it if our hands are tied. Ready to head back, guys?
Might as well.
I feel exhausted, both mentally and physically. Me too.
Can't really beat ourselves up over it. Oh, cutting through the back alley is the quickest way back. So we just have to go all the way back. Although, the guide mentions something I can do here that might be interesting. It just says, the guide I have just says go into Imelda's? I see why I'm told to go into Imelda's.
Oh? We have met before, correct?
Yeah, we have. Back at the doll studio. It's been a while. Your name was Ren, right?
Correct. I believe it's been about a month since we last saw each other. And, you know, it's very impolite to have the doll check what a lady's name is. I should think that any true gentleman would know how to greet a lady properly by their second encounter.
You're right. Sorry, Ren.
Stern little girl, ain't she?
You look like you're alone. Did you take the bus to come look around the city? Yeah, something like that. You see, I enjoy visiting the antique shop by myself every so often. They occasionally put Grandpa George's dolls on display, and oh, they have the absolute cute stuffed animals.
They do, huh? Still, I don't think it's the best idea for a girl your age to be wandering around this part of the town alone.
Let me assure you, it's perfectly safe. After all, what's there to be afraid of? The Barkers and hostesses are all so very nice. And those men in the back wearing all the black glasses never fail to make me laugh.
That's... okay.
I might be even more worried now. Oh, that reminds me. You have fun playing hide and seek with the wolves? It looked as though you had quite a few uninvited guests show up at the last second, too.
Come again? Did you get all that from reading the Crossbell Times article about the case?
Sure, let's go with that. You befriend that wolf, correct? If you could, I would love for you to introduce me to him sometime.
Sure. We'd love to.
Serious as always, this one.
Indeed she is.
I see why the guide said to check out the place. Alright. Oh, wait, isn't that... Oh, you! Hey.
Oh, thank goodness. I was just trying to wonder if I came to the wrong place.
Ernest, did you come to see me?
Yes, I did. I had business to attend at the office, so I decided to stop by. Ellie, what's wrong? You don't look too great.
Well,
If I remember correctly, you guys were visiting Arkansas earlier today, right? Did you run into some sort of problem with your police work?
well, sort of. It's not anything major, but someone in the troop requests our help, and we went to report what we found. That's all.
You know, I wasn't sure if I should stop by here today or not. But I'm sure now that it was the right decision.
What do you mean?
Allow me to be honest with you. Ellie, I want you to quit the force and return to us. Excuse it!
Quit the force. What?
Oh there, buddy. That came out of left field.
I get the impression this does not stem from feelings of love, at least.
I know it's your idea to join the CPD, Ellie. Seeing you now, you look so worn down. So lost. Are you sure this is really the right path for you?
What are you saying, Ernest?
Listen to me. I know you understand the current political climate and the despair that comes with it better than anyone. And that's likely where your initial urge to join the police can't originate from. Just try to think about the trauma and pain the mayor's going through, how he feels in the current situation. With the anniversary festival coming up next month, Mayor McDowell is up to his neck in work. And after that, it's right back to arguing with the Imperial and Republican factions over the budget. And in 6 months, he'll be up for re-election. As I'm sure you know, Mayor McDowell has planned to retire, but without someone to carry on his policies, he feels like he can't. I'm sure that if you were by his side, he'd feel much more confident about being able to keep going with his work. I'm sorry. Perhaps I'm overstepping. However, I can't ignore this issue any longer. As someone who respects Mayor McDowell and has been with your family for years, I cannot stand idle any longer.
Ernest,
Of course, the path you ultimately choose to follow is entirely up to you. I just want you to stop and think hard about whether this path you're on right now is the right one.
I'm going to need some time. Excuse me, everyone. I'm tired, so I'm going to go rest in my room for now. Sure.
My apologies for suddenly showing up out of the blue like this.
It's, okay. It seems to be a pretty complicated family matter.
Just trying not to borrow Mademoiselle for a while, you got it?
Seconded. Personally, it feels like you're attempting to take Ellie away from us.
I'm sorry. That wasn't my intention. However, you are aware she originally wanted to become a politician before joining the police, aren't you?
Really? Really?
You're pulling my leg.
That would explain her seemingly boundless knowledge of politics and economics.
As the granddaughter of a current mayor, she grew up surrounded by politics. It was only natural for her to want to pursue a career in it. To that end, she studied abroad in a number of different nations to hone her skills for international relations and learn foreign policies. However, when she returned home last year, she was dead set on joining the CPD.
So that's what happened.
I was unaware.
I always did wonder why a fancy lady like herself was working for the CPD. Would you keep an eye on her until she makes her decision? I can't bear to see her flounder about like this, unsure of the path in life she should take. Goodness, it's already gotten so late. I'm sorry for taking so much of your time. I'll get out of your hair now.
Ah, okay then.
There certainly has been a great deal to sigh about today.
Sure has. We got put through so much shit. Definitely one of those days that just kicks you in the nuts over and over.
I know what you mean. Anyway, let's report back to the chief and call it a day.
So that's where things stand. Well, you gonna tuck your tail between your legs and give up here?
You're saying we have a choice? First Division took over the case. There's no way we can oppose them given our team's position on the force.
Yeah, I guess not. Fox would track you down and give you his longest bitching session yet.
Probably.
Can we not simply afford our assistance to the First Division?
Don't know how well that play out considering the shit we got from that glasses wearing dick. Yep, that's also a long shot. The CPD's real fussy when it comes to jurisdiction. Makes cooperation between departments a real pain in the ass. That goes double for the First Division. No way a group of elites like them would accept help from a group of rookies like the SSS. But if you're talking about working incognito, that's another topic altogether.
Sir?
This is a special support section, the most unconventional department in the force. Sure, HQ tends to ignore us, but that gives you guys a certain level of discretion that you can use to your advantage. Basically, as long as you stay quiet about it, you can poke your noses into other departments' jurisdictions without sending them into a tizzy. do realize that you just said we can ignore our superior's orders, right?
What a bad influence.
It's like I told you before. I might not be able to help you in the field, but I'll cover your asses when I can. In the end, you guys will need to be the ones to take action, though. That being said, your current situation might make this plan impossible to pull off. One of you is struggling to figure out what to do. And this is something that you can only overcome by operating as a team.
You're right, but
Yeah, it's hard to get fired up without Mademoiselle with us. The way she was acting was like her head was somewhere else entirely.
she has been like that all day from what I could tell. Is Ellie going to be alright?
Zai's asleep. Maybe we should go check in on her. I feel like we need to go check on her. Ellie. Over the past 2 months, I thought we'd become pretty close. But it seems like I never really understood the important things she was dealing with. I had no idea she was Mayor McDowell's granddaughter. And an aspiring politician on top of that. If I recall correctly, you didn't attend the police academy, right, Ellie? So how'd you end up with the CPD?
Well, to put simply, this is my way of getting some real-world experience. While I didn't attend the academy, I did take a written exam in marksmanship when I applied. They couldn't really reject me since I received perfect marks on both tests.
You know, the more I learn, the more I feel like we're worlds apart.
You think so? It's pretty rare for rookies to have already earned their detective license, so... You must have your own reasons for joining the CBD, right, Lloyd?
Well, that's...
Perhaps it'd be best to continue this talk after we've officially become co-workers.
Huh. Alright. I'll go see if Ellie's up for a chat. If she's worried about something, maybe I can help somehow. Maybe we can continue that conversation we started. I feel like she's not gonna be in her room. If there's anywhere anyone goes to think, yep. Oh, I had a feeling.
Lloyd.
Hey, Ellie. How'd you know it was me?
Just a hunch. I don't know why, but I had a feeling you'd come here.
Guess you were right. Breathtaking as always. Isn't that the IBC in the distance?
Yes, it is. I doubt you would find a cityscape as beautiful as Crossbell's even if you scoured the entire continent. Yet the more the lights of the city shine, the more the stars seem to dim. It's purity of starlight, the symbol of Eidos' love.
Ellie.
I was thinking over everything that happened today. With Revachey, Heiyu, and Dudley.
No matter what you do, you can't change Crossbell's true nature. Revachey's iron grip's here to stay. I'm merely referring to them as our fellow business competitors. Here in Crossbell, free trade is protected by law, after all. Do you take offense with that, officers? We're charged with maintaining a certain degree of order in a city where justice is a constant upheld battle. We're expected to suppress major crimes and protect the public from criminal organizations and foreign intelligence agencies. Can you possibly fathom the work that goes into that?
That was the darkness of the city. The tragic truth of the state called Crossbell. We're kept alive only by the will of the Empire and the Republic, stripped of all pride and fed constant lies and deception. We're drowning in false prosperity and novelties only because our captors allow it. Everyone just surrenders to these circumstances and accepts the status quo without realizing its true cost. That's the city we live in.
Maybe you're right. You don't want to surrender just yet, do you, Ellie?
I once had a mother and father. Oh, I suppose putting it like that makes it sound like they've passed away. They're still very much alive. What I mean to say is, they divorced when I was little. My mother lives in the Empire now, and my father in the Republic.
Oh. I had no idea.
My father was born and raised in the Republic. He moved to Crossbell City, met my mother, and after marrying into the McDowell family, he strove to become a politician. Immediately after he joined the Diet, he recognized Crossbell's ugly, distorted reality. As someone with a strong sense of justice, he'd made it his duty to mend this broken city. Year after year, he drafted reform bills, all in hopes of bringing change to the state.
That's amazing.
No. In the end, none of his bills were ever passed. The Imperial and Republican factions both shunned him, and ridiculed him. One by one, his allies betrayed him, friends left him, and he became the laughingstock of the political world. Not even my grandfather, as well respected and as he is for being neutral, was able to mend his career. Crossbell brought my father to utter despair. And then one day he quit. As a diet member, as a husband, and as my father. He decided to leave everything behind for Calvard.
The city broke him down, huh?
Mother couldn't stop him. At the same time, she couldn't uproot me, still a small child, to follow him all the way there. Eventually, they settled on a divorce, and my father was gone for good. It always seemed like Mother hated him for what he did, but I got the impression that underneath it all, she still loved him. It soon became apparent that living in Crossbell, the state that robbed her of her love, would be too much to bear. My mother left to go live with her relatives in Erebonia. It was then that I was taken in by grandfather, who raised me into the person I am today.
That's definitely one complicated, situation.
Though, it does make sense why you have your conflicts about what to do right now. Let's say she did go back to politics. There's a good chance that I feel that she would end up going down the same path her father did. This place would break her. Probably. Just over time, it would slowly and surely crush her, trying to do the right thing.
That was the reason I was drawn to following him down the path of politics. It wasn't due to any desire to avenge my father or anything like that. I just couldn't understand it. How could a family so happy and loving end up falling apart so completely? After I made my decision, grandfather began to help me. I studied abroad, all over the continent, focusing on politics and economics. However, the more I studied, the more I realized how complicated of a quagmire Crossbell's situation truly was. Caught between the Empire and the Republic, our justice, our interests are pulled apart by the gravity of their immense power, entangled with their own, and distorted beyond all recognition. It was there I hit a wall, an insurmountable barrier in my way.
A barrier?
The same one my father faced, and one I'm sure my grandfather faces as well. Do you know who represents the government of Crossbell State, Lloyd?
Isn't it Mayor McDowell?
Well, yes, but he's not the only one. It's actually both the Crossbell City Mayor and the Speaker of the Diet. Grandfather and the Imperial Faction Speaker, Hartman, jointly represent our government. That's how we operate, according to state law.
Sounds like I should have studied a little more. But wait, why did Crossbell adopt such a divided system in the first place?
It's obvious, isn't it? If two representatives from opposite factions have equal authority, they can hinder things for each other, making political reform nearly impossible.
So basically, they're making it so that there can't be any change. No way. But now that you mention it, it does make sense.
With two people on top, one side can easily sabotage the other if they try to push some sort of reform through. The fact that this happens is a tragic inevitability given Crossbell's founding. 70 years ago, Crossbell State was born from a mutual agreement between Erebonia and Calvard. In fact, the state's founders were themselves Imperial and Republican lawyers. Seeing the current state of Crossbell, I can't help but think of it as a curse.
The curse of Crossbell, huh?
I was at a loss. If I were to continue into the world of politics, that same curse would grab me by the neck and drag me under, just like my father. That's why I decided on a new approach, one my family hadn't tried yet.
And that was the CPD?
Yes, from there I told myself I could see Crossbell's twisted reality firsthand, without looking through the muddled lens of politics. I convinced myself that the experience that I gained here would one day be my secret weapon when I finally joined Crossbell's political world. A reform that my father failed to achieve and grandfather is unable to pursue. I thought this new perspective would be the key to finally making it a reality.
Maybe.
But perhaps I was just lying to myself. Perhaps I was just running away. Everything that happened today, I knew it was likely I'd encounter those issues. But still, the reality of things was even colder and crueler than I had imagined. And confronted with it, I was at a loss. Maybe I'm incapable of doing anything on my own after all. Maybe I'm just a broken little girl abandoned by her mother and father.
So what?
Huh?
You try way too hard to be perfect, Ellie. Can't afford to fail. I need to take care of everything myself, shoulder every responsibility. That's what you've been thinking, isn't it?
That's not...
Today was probably our roughest day yet. Being ridiculed, having to hear that all of our efforts are in vain. But think about it. Aren't those the things we signed up for when we joined the SSS? Remember, Ellie,
There may be barriers we can't get over today, but that doesn't mean we won't be able to get over them tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Right now, the barrier that stands before us is the threat letter case. And even though the First Division has taken it over, I say we continue investigating independently from them.
What? But is there even anything else we can do at this point?
Sure, the First Division may be great at what they do, but even so, it's obvious that they're stuck in a cop's mindset, only adhering to traditional logic. Maybe a new perspective is exactly what's needed to crack this case. At least that's how I feel about things.
Lloyd.
Just like how you joined the CPD to gain a new perspective on Crossbell, right? If we're somehow able to solve this case, then I'm sure that means your goal isn't out of reach either. Of course, I shouldn't really compare our investigation to Crossbell's underlying issues, but what we need right now is the experience of overcoming these kinds of obstacles. If we keep clearing the small barriers one by one, then someday we'll have the power to get over the big ones too.
In these 2 months we've been together, I've come to realize something. You have your own troubles you're working to overcome, don't you? So, how are you able to stay so optimistic?
Well, let's see. Maybe it's because I have someone I'm trying to catch up to. Though that in and of itself may be a problem.
I think I understand. But I'm not as strong as you are. I'm just so tired of it all. I didn't come up here with the intention of talking so much about my past, but I just couldn't keep it bottled up anymore. At this rate, I'm only going to drag the team down. And if that's the case, I should probably...
Ellie. We need you, Ellie. Your profound knowledge, your negotiation skills, your sharpshooting, your sense of justice. If we're gonna stand up to this city, we're going to need you.
But...
That's not it, though. Well, all that's true, my point is this. I'd be happy if you decide to stay by my side, Ellie.
What?
We were a bit of a mess at the start, but I feel like we've really started to become a team over these past 2 months. Even when we're bombarded with the stresses of daily life, we make time for the small things, like deciding whose turn it is to cook. We've all come to trust in everyone's individual strengths. It's not every day you find teammates like that.
Well...
We may still be rookies, sure. It's too early for us to be able to tackle every problem by ourselves, but it's also too early for us to give in and despair and give up trying to fix things. We'll tackle each day head on, do whatever we can, and keep relentlessly confronting the status quo. And if that somehow fails, we'll just come up with a new plan. Together. You, me, Randy, and Tio. Despite the way he acts, the Chief is always doing everything he can to support us from his side. Heck, even Zaida has our backs now. So don't forget, Ellie. You're not alone.
You're absolutely right. I'm not alone. How could I have forgotten something so important? Thank you, Lloyd. Even though it won't be easy to solve all my problems, I do feel a little bit better now.
Glad to hear it.
Still, apart from the lines that sound like they came straight out of a teen drama, I was a bit surprised.
I'm painfully aware of how cheesy they were, okay? What do you mean by surprised, Ellie?
Because, well, talking about how I'm needed and telling me that you want me by your side. I thought you were confessing your love to me.
Confessing? Wait, that's not what I meant at all.
Oh? So are you saying I'm not good enough then?
You know that's not it. Oh, come on. You're just teasing me now, aren't you?
Just a little payback. But you really should be more careful, Lloyd. You might not realize you're doing it, but you really have the potential to be a serious womanizer.
Hey, hold on a second. I understand if you were talking about Randy, but why me?
The fact that you don't even know what you're doing makes it all the worse. Good grief, Lloyd. I can't believe just hearing those words made my heart start beating so fast.
Huh? What was that?
Nothing. But anyway, I'm sorry I wasn't there when you reported to the chief. Did you guys come up with a plan for how to continue our investigation?
No, not yet. Right now the case hinges on figuring out what Yin hopes to accomplish. Tomorrow we can ask around and see if we can find some sort of lead.
Sounds good. Thanks to you, I have a feeling that I'll be sleeping soundly tonight. How about we hold a meeting tomorrow morning after we get some much-needed rest?
Sounds like a plan. Aw. Oh! Lloyd and Ellie learned Star Blast. So this is our own kind of team attack like Joshua and Estelle did. By spending 100 CP each, a powerful combination attack can be unleashed. Oh, heck yeah. Why are we here? Oh, God.
That concludes this week's reports. The warhounds they trained may prove troublesome. If Master Yin were available, he would easily compensate for our lack of force.
Very well.
We shall continue with all our current operating protocols within the city.
In addition, recall half of our personnel is currently dispatched to Altair.
Understood. I shall take my leave, Master Cao. Have a pleasant evening.
Yes, yes. To you as well. How troublesome. I'd rather not have to request the Elder's assistance. Such help would come with a heavy debt. If only Master Yin were more cooperative, our plans would be proceeding splendidly. Bori and I plan to uphold my end of the bargain. Who?
Ah!
It shouldn't surprise me that you were eavesdropping. Dear me, I fear I may have had a few slips of the tongue. Please, we both know you said exactly as much as you want me to hear. Just as cunning as ever. Me? Oh, goodness no. I'm no match for you. So, to what do I owe the visit? Are you perhaps in the mood to call some warhounds for us? Your subordinates are more than capable enough to handle that matter. My role is to take care of Revshe's main force, beginning with that man, Garcia. That was what you hired me for, was it not? Oh dear, you truly are no fun. It's come to my attention you've become entangled with Arkansas for some odd reason. I'd have you know that the CPD is quite good at their jobs, so don't do anything that will bring us trouble. Do I make myself clear? No need to worry. More importantly, what's your impression of the special support section? Oh, so that's what you come here for? Let's see. They're an intriguing combination of young people. Their leader, Lloyd, most of all. He's perfectly aware of his weaknesses, yet he continues to push forward with determination. He seems to have a strong intuition as well. To be honest, I quite like people like him. I was not asking about you for your tastes. What about the other members? Again, each of them proves to be quite intriguing in their own way. Mayor McDowell's granddaughter possesses a keen sense of diplomacy and operates as the team's administrator. As for the girl from the Epstein Foundation, while her Obel staff itself is fascinating, I suspect she has some special qualities of her own. Lastly, we have our red-headed fellow. He has a certain air about him, one not too dissimilar to our own. Intriguing indeed. I must ask, why have you taken such a great interest in them? I simply wish to put them to a little test. I was curious to find out if they were worthy of taking on a request from Yen.
What? Wait. Are you saying that the only reason why Yin's trying to get our attention is because he wants us to do something for him? Why? What would Yin need? That's a pretty wild, that's a pretty wild request to just get. Hey, Zeit! So, what's the plan?
Isn't it a bit ridiculous? Despite all the work we put in, we had no choice but to hand the case over to the First Division. If Rixia hadn't asked us in the first place, everything we uncovered would have stayed hidden.
Yeah, you're right. If only there was some kind of diversion that would allow us to continue investigating. Let's think for a minute. Who would know about Yin in the first place?
Well, obviously Heyo, considering that's his current employer.
The thing is, it seems like there's something... It seems like what I'm getting the impression of, Yin did send the threat letter towards Ilya, but not for the reasons that we're thinking. I don't get the feeling that he sent a threat letter to Ilya with the purpose of actually wanting to kill her, although he probably could still do that if he wanted to. I'm starting to get the impression that more so the only reason he sent the threat letter to Ilya is because he may have predicted that we would get involved. And from there, he could test us to see if we could do something for him. As for what Yin's actual purpose is, well, we literally just heard it straight from Cal. His real goal at the moment is to kill Garcia. That's what he's actually being hired for. And I guess that actually adds up with why Garcia acted the way he did when he saw the letter's name of Yin. Because he may have some kind of idea that he's being targeted for an assassination. But the point is, I can see that I'm starting to get the feeling Yin's not really trying to kill Ilya Instead, he's just trying to get our attention to test us. For what purpose, I don't know, but he said himself he has a request. But what would an assassin want with us?
And then there's the rival Revachey in the First Division who's tracking Hei's movements according to Dudley. From there, we can assume that Speaker Hartman, who's closely tied to Revachey, knows about him as well.
The man you mentioned yesterday, right? Sorry.
Yes, he's a career politician who more or less rules over the Diet, serving as the leader of the Imperial faction. Honestly, it wouldn't be far-fetched to say that he's Revachey's greatest supporter. Incidentally, almost all of Grandfather's reform bills were crushed by this man.
I've always heard his name, but I never knew just how much power he had. If he sided Revachey, though, then Yin would be a threat to him as well, I imagine.
Yeah, yes, which means they wouldn't have much of a connection.
What are you two thinking? Tio? Randy?
You two look completely bewildered. Is there something we're missing?
No, it's just...
You two seem to be you seem to be in a much better mood today, Ellie.
Oh. I guess so.
I'm sorry about yesterday, everyone. I wasn't acting like myself. But I'm fine now, and I don't intend to be a burden to the team anymore.
You've never been a burden to us, Ellie. Quite the opposite, actually. You help us out all the time. I mean, look at us now. Thanks to your political knowledge, we're making progress by leaps and bounds.
Oh, do you really think so?
Some smells fishy.
Agreed. Something is off. Very off.
Bruh.
Wait a minute, you two...
You know, now that I think about it, I could swear I heard a pair of voices chatting away on the roof from my window. I wonder.
Congratulations, Lady Ellie.
Tio!
I wish the best for...
Tio, I'm gonna throw you out the window next. Hold on, we didn't do anything that deserves a congratulations, right, Ellie?
Yes! I mean, no! We were just talking about life and other things of that nature.
Life, huh? Yeah, I talk life with the ladies now and again. So tell me, how far did you go?
Randy, you're gonna fuck... Randy!
Please, Tio's sitting right there. How far did you go? Is there any referring to the intimacy people engage in while in romantic relationships?
First of all, stop it. Second of all, stop it. Nope, not at all.
Lloyd and Ellie.
Sitting in a tree.
I'm going to kill both of you. Both of you, out!
That's enough for today.
Yes, ma'am. Sheesh. Me and Ellie together, romantically. You guys know that wouldn't happen.
Huh?
I mean, I don't think we're all that compatible, and I can't really imagine our relationship going that way. Riley? What's the matter?
You idiot.
You stepped right on a landmine.
Jesus Christ, you guys.
Oh yes, you are so right, Lloyd. All I did was ask you for some advice on a very unimportant subject, that's all. And there most definitely wasn't any sort of romantic atmosphere like you oh so graciously pointed out.
Alright then. You know, by incompatible, I only meant that we wouldn't exactly make a good match. Bruh. Sorry.
Well, either way, glad to see you got some more fire in you today, Mademoiselle.
Yes, thank goodness. I was not sure whether or not you were going to stay with the CPD. I'm sorry, I never meant to make you all worry. I don't know where the future will take me, but right now I know this is where I'm meant to be. So everyone, I'm happy that I get to keep working with you.
Ellie.
So am I, Ellie.
Damn straight. Besides, how we'd get much done without you to keep us in line.
I wouldn't have to be so stern all the time if you didn't try to wander off to the casino every other day, Randy. Well, that's enough of that. What should we do about the investigation from here on out?
Good question.
We could always attempt to corner Yin with a different approach than the one the First Division is using. However, that unfortunately does not do much to narrow our options down.
In that case, I've got an idea. How about we have ourselves a trip to Calvert's eastern quarter? Bet we find a few clues about Yin there.
Oh, huh. Why didn't I think of that?
Would the department even authorize a business trip to a foreign country? The eastern quarter is far outside of our jurisdiction after all.
What? Tio?
What are you doing? I was contemplating looking into the police database a little more. Perhaps I would be able to learn about the First Division's movements and so on. However, I already searched last night, so there may not be much in the way of new information.
Let's try it anyway.
You sitting around here doing nothing.
Ah,
What's wrong?
how strange. It seems as though we have received an orb mail.
What's that again?
Aren't they essentially letters that can be sent from terminal to terminal? Precisely. The peculiar thing is, despite being extremely useful, almost no one in the CPD uses the functionality. Most likely because not many officers are trained to use keyboards.
And I'm one of them, unfortunately.
So, who's it from?
Let me check. What?
What is it?
Let's send us our...
I, Yen, hereby submit my support request. Overcome this trial and face me. Only then will I grant you your mission. Tim!
Is this some kind of joke?
Tio, where is the mail sent from? Definitely not the police department. Got it. It was sent from the International Bank of Crossfell, otherwise known as the IBC.
Why the IBC?
What does this mean? The IBC's the bank that breaks in mirror from all over Zemuria, right? Why would a place like that be sending us prank mail?
Well, I used to, I would know. I can say, however, that this mail was definitely sent from an IBC terminal. I have no way of knowing who sent it, though.
Could it be possible that Yen infiltrated the IBC?
It's not out of the question. The IBC building is home to quite a few external companies and organizations. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's an Epstein Foundation office too. That's correct. An acquaintance of mine works there. However, I should have been more clear. The orbital mail was sent directly from the IBC's main terminal. Because of that, I think the possibility of an external company being involved is low.
Well, we won't know until we ask him. I wanted our investigation to fly under the 1st Division's radar, but we really don't have any other choice.
Yeah, going undercover this time might be a little tricky. Should we hurry up and check it out before they get in our way again?
Actually, we may be able to perform our search in secret after all. Huh? Really? How exactly? My best friend's father works at the IBC. If we explain the situation to him, he might give us a hand.
You think so?
Hey, ain't that convenient? Well, mademoiselle, you got more connections than you know what to do with, don't you?
I have a decent amount. Unfortunately, I have no way of knowing whether or not he's even in Crossville City, given how hectic his schedule is. What sort of position does he hold there? You may have heard of him, actually. His name is Dieter Croix.
What?
What, he famous or something?
I'll say. Honestly, you can make the argument he's just as well known as Ilya.
Dieter Croix. He is one of the continent's most wealthy individuals and a leading figure in the Zemurian economy, as well as the current CEO of the International Bank of Crossfell.
He's the top dog of the whole freaking bank?
He was originally an old friend of my father's. He's also kept a friendly relationship with my grandfather. Because of that, I've known him a good portion of my life. And his daughter is one of my closest childhood friends.
Wow, that's amazing. But even if he is a CEO, we won't be able to do much if he's not here.
You're right. I heard he spends almost half a year abroad on business trips. Nevertheless, there's no harm in trying, right? Even if he isn't in town, my friend might be. She may even be able to help us.
Let's do it then. We're getting somewhere with the investigation now at least, but...
Are you worried about the intentions behind the orb mail? It was written similarly to the threat letter, but his reason for sending it remains unclear.
Well, he went off his way to set us a challenge. Be rude of us not to take the bait, you know?
Agreed. Shall we head to the IBC then?
We got a new request. Fishing for ingredients, testaments training, rare herb retrieval, and Eastern Crossbill Highway Monster Extermination. For some reason, I about tripped over my words there. Well, there's one thing that we always gotta do first, which is explore here a bit. That's actually not what I was going to say, but we might as well. See if there's any new equipment I can get. Nothing there. I doubt there's new equipment. In that case, let me go with what I was actually going to... Can I feed the cat again? Stop. No. Apparently you can only feed the cat once a chapter. So, no. Anyways. I want to go check. You know it, you love it. The Bracer Guild. They're in Mainz. Well, you know what that means. Let's go. We're going straight to Mainz. I want to see them. Where are you two? You're around here somewhere. I'm gonna find you. Are you inside buildings? No? Maybe you're in the mines themselves. Maybe you're talking to the mayor. Mayor? Nope, wait. Nope. Had to check. Maybe in the inn? Nope, not here. Nope. 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 Let's try higher up. In the shop? Hey! Oh, hey! So, you've run your train company for 7 years now, Mr. Hayworth. I wouldn't go so far as to call my little business a train company. My belief is that I should try to conduct business while putting a smile on all my customers' and associates' faces. I'm afraid I don't quite meet the typical expectations one might have for a crossbow trader. Don't say that. I think you're doing a good work in crossbow, Mr. Hayworth. Seems like the three of them are busy at the moment.
I agree. We probably shouldn't interrupt them.
Excuse me, you said your name was Estelle, right? Is everything okay? We haven't met somewhere before or anything like that, have we?
No, of course not. I was just thinking he resembles someone I know, that's all. He looks exactly like the doll she had with her. But he's real this time, right?
Yeah, it is. I knew it. Estelle, I know how you feel, but you can't be acting this suspicious.
I know that, it's just hard.
So yeah, he is the same man that... So is that has to be her actual father then, Ren's actual father that abandoned her. For some reason. We don't know the full reason why quite yet, but we just know that he... I'm kind of scared in that case, because what's going to happen if Ren actually meets him? I get the feeling I'm going to be seeing a red bloody scythe if that happens, but... Oh, hey! McDowell Estate.
Ah, Lady Ellie. It's been far too long, then, Johanna. I apologize for showing up unannounced. Not at all. I should prepare me a meal immediately, as I was already getting ready to do so. So, does this mean, have you retired from the police force and ready to return back home? I wash your jammies. They should be in a designated location. Oh, and I always clean your room and make sure you make your bed every day, so you're welcome to use it whenever you like.
I apologize, Johanna. But I only came here, sorry, Joanne. Johanna? I think that's only if there's an H between the O and the A.
I only came here to visit. I haven't retired from the police force, nor am I planning to anytime soon. Oh, I see. My apologies for assuming otherwise, my lady. I hope you continue to work your hardest.
Of course. Thank you, Johanna. Or, Joanne. Can you tell what name I'm stuck on?
Lady Ellie, it's been far too long. I do not believe you have visited ever since you first joined the police force.
I apologize I haven't come by sooner, Helmer. So has anything changed around here?
Not that I'm aware of. Joanne and I have managed to stay in good health. And Master Henry continues to work tirelessly, to no one's surprise, might I add.
Oh, what are we ever going to do with him?
Man, Mama Sahib's place is as tactile as I was anticipating. This must have cost a fortune.
She also appears to be well acquainted with the butler.
Well, the MacDowell family's been distinguished for a long time now.
This is precisely why I didn't want to bring you all here. I knew this was bound to happen.
Bruh. Well, in that case... Oh, hey. So... Now, there are a bunch of side quest stuff we can do right now, obviously, but there is actually something of semi-importance, I guess I want to do. Or rather, actually, let me be real. It's not important at all. But, it's something I want to do. Whilst I was doing my farming and stuff, I realized there was actually another area that we couldn't explore, that we hadn't explored yet, because the story was forcing us to never go away from this area, which is here. And why is this area interesting, you ask? Well, it has monkeys, but more importantly, it has treasure chests and attacking bananas. Blade Bananan. There are living bananas here. Yeah, I don't really get it either. In a flash of entrepreneurial inspiration, you decide to pin a note to this chest. For rent, newly renovated interior, 200 mira per month. What a steal. Yeah, I just want to come in here and get the chest here, real quick. I can't insta-kill the enemies here. Let me get the chest! Die! What I should also check out is the hang on, but I should check out the Star Blast. So Lloyd and Ellie attack with a large area, attacks with a lightning bullet and a rapid charge. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. Level 25. I'm level 24. I actually could probably handle this. Let's save the game. I can probably handle this. Let's go for it. That's a big boy. That's two big boys, actually. We are in danger. Gordiosa, an alpha primate that boasts mighty strength, crushes foes with an unstoppable charge, weak to fire. Gotcha. What did it say your immunities are? You're immune to literally everything. That's incredible. Okie dokie. In that case, that actually makes a great question of, first off, are you... Yeah, I'm just gonna move you over here so no one else gets hurt. Actually, what am I doing? Uh-oh. Hang on. Hey, you know, running away sounds like a fantastic idea. Running away sounds like a fantastic idea. Running away sounds like a fantastic idea, please. We're dragging Tio's corpse with us. Yo. Okay, evidently I need better equipment. Or just, I need to be over-leveled. That's also the other lesson I can learn. Tear bomb. Ah, the banana! Oh gosh. How about you do your job and actually arrest someone for once? Yourselves in this case. I didn't do anything wrong. Cast. Oh great, I'm gonna stay like this forever, aren't I? You sure know it. Also, cast? I was wondering, this orb has been taking a while to show itself, but about time. Who should get it, though? It's a time gem. I want it on either Tio or Ellie, but I just don't know which one. What does it give exactly, if I might ask? Just 3 okay. In that case... I could go with... I don't know what to go with, to be real with you. I want to give it to one of these two, obviously. Why do I have move on you? Actually, that's a great question. Why do I have move on you? To be honest with you, I don't really want move on you. In that case. Effort. Range. What does range give in terms of slots? 3. I thought I had an extra attack gem. Evidently I don't, but I thought I did. Alright. Up! Continue down, just to check any other areas here. Pretty sure I remember this area not being too long though, because it's similar to another area we saw earlier. Yeah, it's a tower, which we can't actually go in because there are signs. There was a little bit of dialogue when I checked it earlier. That doesn't seem to reappear, but it didn't seem that important to warrant having to restore the. It was just kind of saying like, oh hey, it was this. I'm pretty sure this was put up by the Crossbell Guardian Force or whatever, and that's kind of like the general gist of it. And like why they put up there being like, oh, it would suck if someone went inside and suddenly it all collapsed, and then I don't know, get sued. Anyways, got that done. I just wanted to check that area out since it was along the way. Or just something I hadn't checked, not even along the way. What am I saying? Anyways, we're going to focus on side quests right now for today, I think. And who knows, maybe I'll even get a chance to try out that new thing we got. The new power. So, let us pull up our detective book, chapter 2. So let's see. Okay. The next side quest that this guide tells me that we end up doing after the West Crossbell Highway Guardian Force participation, but I've already done that. There's a Vita exclusive quest, and then there's also oh no. Oh no, I made a mistake. Okay, we're gonna wait on the fishing for ingredients quest, and there's a reason for that. I'm not going to say quite what that reason is yet. But there is a scary fact. Then, in that case, we're gonna go straight to the next part, which is, I guess, the Testaments one. Okay, actually, I'm gonna be real with you. We need to address the issue. So why am I so worried about this? Well, let's go talk with the guy. Actually, no. We can't go talk to him yet. I'll go and just tell you what the side quest is about from looking at the requests. Basically, it's a side quest where we're supposed to be getting fishing for ingredients is where we get specific kinds of fish. And the problem is that I actually did this ahead of time, sort of. I didn't do the quest, obviously. I only just obtained the quest. But what I meant is I obtained the specific fish that you need for the quest. Apparently. Wait. Am I crazy? Or maybe I looked at the wrong guide. Or was I even looking? Oh, that's what's wrong. I'm an idiot. I was looking at something completely different. It was just telling me to get specific fish so I can... Okay, we're going to be here for a while because we need to get a specific kind of fish. The thing that I was looking at that I mistook for the side quest was getting different types of fish because we can fill out more of the... and get an increased rank. There's a luck.
I just had some struggles becoming a second-class fisher myself. Didn't know how to handle it, so I left to train the mountains to find my inner angler. I just get in touch with Mother Nature, which sharpened my senses. Next thing I know, I catch an elusive pearl glass, and boom, promotion. I'm sure you had your fair share of hardships too, which is exactly why this is a momentous occasion. Now you've managed to make it this far, I'm expecting great things from you, Lloyd.
I'll try to live up to your expectations, sir. By the way, if I'm currently a second-class fisher, does that mean the next rank is first?
There you are, kid. Next rank is indeed first. In order to advance to first, you must catch at least 16. Long last, you're counting on the ranks of the high-ranked anglers in the guild. I'm looking forward to your next feat.
Anyways, what we actually need to do for the side quest is more painful than what I thought I had to do. one of the new fish types we can get is an eel. Now, thankfully, I already have 5 of these. That's not good enough. You wanna know what it is? What we do need it? Let's go to the East Crossbell Highway. Apparently, where I should be going is located on East Crossbell Highway, first zone, once you cross the bridge where the bus stop. Wait, what? Is it talking about here? We need to use the feathered tackle. Wait, no, we used the first rod. Now, thankfully, we have a lot of earthworms, which are apparently what's needed. Now, assuming I'm right, this might... I don't know if this is actually the right way area, I'm gonna be real with you. This isn't helping. You know, I just realized there's another thing I could be doing to help me. Which is getting the thing here and actually not having to worry about it. Never mind. So we're going to be here for a little bit. You know what? If I have to suffer through this, so do you. Except you don't. Go ahead and just skip forward if you want. Me? I'm just going to be here in the past. Past me, just fishing. Getting... How many eels we need? Oh, don't worry. You just need 10. Okay, now you don't actually need 10 to finish the side quest. However, if you get 10 eels, you get an extra 5 detective points. Also, thanks for the U material. But yeah, you get an extra 5 detective points. That's quite a chunk. And I want that chunk. Give it to me. I'm also getting kind of annoyed by the fact I keep getting the same damn thing. Give it. I can't. I think I have 7 right now, so I just need 3 more. Surely I can get 3 more in the how much bait I have, right? 26. Surely I can get 3 more eels in 26 throws, right? Right. Got him the papa. All right, that's 2 more. Come on, give me eel. Hey! 1 more, I think. We get 1 more and we're done here, I think. Come on. Ugh. Nope. Give it. I'm at least glad I'm getting other materials and other items while I'm at it. Ooh. There we go. Okay. So let me check just to be safe, but that should be 10 eels. And that is how many? Yeah. Okay. Okay, sorry, I was just making sure to look at the guide just in case. Alright, in that case, we have solved the issue that I was worried about, that we no longer need to worry about. In that case, we just need to get all the way back, and then we can actually just go ahead and turn in the side quest, I think. While we're over here, I want to see. Aha! Kill it! I can't aim. Alright. Let's make sure we save the game, just in case. Am I supposed to talk to you? You.
Welcome to Lao Long.
Long Lao, sorry. Shan-san, I presume. We're here to discuss your support request.
Wow, you're here already. Oh, thank goodness.
Ain't she a cutie? I think fishing for ingredients was the name of your request. Work's work, but is it me or does the SSS get settled with a lot of fetch quests?
You're not wrong, but it really is out of our control.
I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I need this done as soon as possible. We had a customer suddenly come in this morning and make a reservation bigger than our stock can handle. We tried to buy some fish from the marketplace, but even they were running low on the good stuff. We're going to need odd jobbers to tackle this one for us.
Sorry, what was that now?
I do not believe odd jobber is an apt description of our work. All I know is I spoke with the Braceco receptionist and he told me he set something up for me. There weren't any braces available, but he mentioned a group of odd jobbers that would be willing to help. Aren't you the ones he was referring to?
So it's that damn receptionist's fault, huh?
The worst part is he's not completely wrong.
It still feels bad to hear it, though. However, Lloyd is a proficient fisherman, so I believe we are more than capable to accept her request. After all, she does appear to be in need.
Yeah, I think you're right, Tio. Let's do it then.
Really? That's such a relief. This dish calls for a fish that's both slender and long. The reservation is for 5 people, so you'll need 5 of the same type of fish. But if you have trouble catching that specific type of fish, then I guess we could sell for something else. However, whatever kind of fish you end up bringing, we definitely need 5 of the same kind, got it?
To recap, you want 5 long and slender fish. If we fail to catch them, then you'll sell for another fish as long as they are identical. Okay, I think we got it. We'll fish them up and bring them to you.
Thank you so much. I'm counting on you.
Okay, I need to make sure I save again for this, because we need to make sure we give her the correct thing. Once you have 10 of these fish, return there, or speak to the waitress. Get fish. Select eel.
These are long and slender ones we need. These would go great with a rice dish. Wow, you even brought 5 of them. Is it really okay for me to have these?
This guide is lying to me. It said that the PS4 version of the game required you to give 5 instead of 10, but it said that it's not saying anything about the PC version. Gosh dang it. Here you go.
Thank you. Now we got enough ingredients to last the night. You're able to bring our usual fish, so I'm sure our customers will be delighted. Yeah, I'd like to give you these as a token. As a thank you. Actually, there's a recipe I want to give you. Are you interested?
Fierce Tiger Fried Rice.
This is a secret recipe to our delicious fried rice. We plan to make this alongside the fish tonight. I hope you guys use it too.
Thank you. We'll gladly accept it. Good luck with tonight. We're rooting for you.
Yep, thank you for your help, odd jobbers.
We weren't able to clear up the misunderstanding by the looks of it. Alright. And with that, we're done here. Is what I would say if it weren't for the fact I noticed it. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, it's you guys.
Hey, Walt. Do you come here often?
Pretty much. Wonder some annoying old dude, but the grub's decent. And not to mention, the waitress is pretty freaking sexy, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I most definitely do. And that at least we can agree.
Seriously, guys? Show some decorum for once in your life, Randy.
Damn, I'm starved. More than practice with the boys did a number on me. Wish I'd hurry up with the food already.
So just to make... I'm going to qualify just to make sure I did the right thing. But if I did the side quest right, then I should get an extra 5 detective points here. Yep. You've been promoted with the strike courts. Apparently, I'm also behind on the guide for detective points. Apparently, I should have gotten 2 extra detective points at some point earlier. I don't know why I don't have them, but... oh well. Alright, just want to make sure we got that correctly. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do sounds kind of difficult, and I want to make sure I'm... well, difficult might not be the word I'm looking for, but it sounds potentially difficult. I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna go do the testments thing. Hello. Teach Sunday school lessons now. If I can only get the children listen. Thank you. I still checking in here. You got anything new? No, everyone's upgraded. I've got 10 U material. Or I'm going to be able to always be upgraded. Wrong button. I'm sorry, what did you just say? The street kids can get so annoying, I'm going to strangle y'all one day. You hear me? Excuse you, child? You wanna try that again? Okay, we're gonna save out here. Now I want to ask something. How many whatchamacallits do I have? Battlescopes, 4. Let me go get more. I want some extras. Go Central Square. We'll just buy them from the shop here. I don't know why I don't just use this function. Justice insurance. Alright, now let's go back. Downtown. Let's properly save this time. Abas. So, there's an extra 5 detective points that we can get here that we can only get if we win all fights that we're about to go in here consecutively. Also, who is purple hair?
Oh, you're here.
You requested we come, didn't you? Sounds like you wanted us to train the Testaments. It's a bit of a risky request, don't you think? What makes you so sure that we train a bunch of delinquents anyway?
Not only that, but I was expecting to see Wazi's name on the request. Was this all your idea?
I believe you've misunderstood the request. Give me a moment while I will explain the details. It's not particularly complicated. I'd like to request a lesson in the art of self-defense for our members.
What?
You want to be taught self-defense? Oh, you plan on using our teachings in your brawls? Again, please do not misunderstand the request. Let's suppose that the Mafia assaults us.
When you say the Mafia, are you referring to Revachete or Hayo? Is this all related to the increased tensions between them? We've noticed them getting into more fights lately. I've heard they've even engaged in some gunfights. Luckily, it doesn't seem to be frequent.
Precisely. The downtown district also happens to be in the line of fire at times. There's a warehouse district nearby filled with abandoned buildings and empty plots of land that they frequently use for their skirmishes. I'm not pleased with the situation we've been placed in.
That's fueling your desire to learn self-defense.
I see nothing wrong with that.
It only makes sense to be cautious given that one of your members was so badly injured in the past.
It all makes sense then.
Glad you catch on quickly. Wazi is typically asked with giving our members lessons in combat. However, his fighting style is too unique. It requires a flexible body and a strong affinity for it. Hence why we've come to you, Lloyd Bannings. The abilities you've displayed boast defensive prowess while being simple enough to learn. May I humbly request that you once again show our members your skills in a real test of combat. Naturally, I don't expect them to master in a day. However, having first-hand experience would be a good incentive to try and picking it up.
I'm glad that the request doesn't have any nefarious intentions. Agreed. I take no issues in accepting their request. What are your thoughts, Lloyd?
A lesson in self-defense. I wouldn't necessarily call what I do self-defense. Rather, they're restraint techniques taught at the police academy. Is that still fine with you?
Indeed. Since this is merely for training purposes, I also have no objections towards you bringing your comrades into battle.
Very well. Now we've heard your circumstances, we have no reason to refuse a request. Not only that, but this is a good opportunity for me to brush up on my skills.
Figures you say that. May have some trouble taking them all at once, Lloyd. Don't forget you got us to take some of the heat off you.
For sure. I'll be counting on you guys to back me up.
It's settled then. Everybody, assemble! The Testaments will now engage in a series of practice fights with the SSS. Yes, sir.
Testaments training. Here we go.
The objective is a 4-on-4 battle. The Testaments will fight the special sports section with all their might. Right.
Let's see those self-defense techniques you cops are so proud of. In return, we'll show you the full power of the Testaments. If you don't take it seriously, you'll be beaten to a pulp. Prepare yourselves.
You guys got spunk, I'll give you that.
We'll put our skills to the test to see how well we can control the tide of battle. You better not hold back, or it could hardly be called training. Let's give them everything we've got.
Right. Roger.
Very well then, let the battle begin. Ves, Leon, Azel, and Kienz. Sorry, I was looking at some. Anyways, let's start by just obviously scoping all of them out. Ozzy's associate, cowardly but hides it with an attitude. Ow. You don't have it prepared? Yenzi. Son of a doctor at the hospital, defiant to his father's wishes. Ow. Ow. Wazi's associate. Now that his wounds have healed, he works part-time to aid his family. So you... Wait! This is the guy that got attacked! That's a funny little continuation there. You're the guy that got attacked by... And lastly, Leon. Wazi's associate. Skilled with his hands and good at billiards. Alright, now it's time for you all to die. Grenade! Nope. Nope. Galleon Tower! Bro, you guys suck. I'm gonna be real with you. I think this is enough. Is everyone okay?
You guys good? You're certainly a force to be reckoned with. How come we couldn't take you down with a relentless assault like that?
It's all thanks to the techniques we learned to restrain a target. They're difficult to master, but can prove very effective on small groups once you get the hang of them. A detective has to not only protect himself, but also those around him. You undergo extensive training to stay calm, no matter the level of stress. You'd all do well to train how to protect yourselves too.
I suppose you cops all all talk. Let that be a lesson learned for us. We may have been defeated this time, but I feel like I could take them on next time. All it took was a bit of roughhousing to get them to cozy up with us.
We could have maybe gone a little bit easier on them, though. Oh well, it'll be a good learning experience for them. I do not suspect there will be any problems based on their demeanor.
Bullshit. Who?
Bullshit.
Huh? The Saber Vipers.
Why'd they come here?
What's up with you guys? What kind of cops break out into a fight in the middle of the downtown district? Yeah, those little bastards look like they get their asses handed to them. What did you just say? You're the last people I want to hear that from. You want peace of us? We'll take you on right now, right here. Yeah, cool. There's something I want to get straight first. That doesn't mean all this. You called us out here for a fight, didn't you? You want to take us on 4 against 4 without our leaders getting involved. I'm used to a holier-than-thou stick, but now you're fooling around with the damn cops?
You arrived at just the right time. Let's begin the duel between the SSS and the Saber Vipers. What?
Huh?
Wait, what?
What the hell do you mean by that?
Use this opportunity to learn some much-needed self-defense techniques. You'll need the training to protect yourselves against the Mafia. What better way to learn is there than to fight?
So what you're saying is the cops are out here to train us. Now get a load of this guy. He's out of his damn mind. How are they gonna train us? He must be tripping. There's nothing and a bunch of useless cops can teach us. Taking lessons from stupid shed squad? Nice joke. Let's show them that the Vipers can wipe the floor with some no-good pigs. Let's kick their ass. I'm gonna beat them in the ground.
Okay.
Hold on, this is what we had planned. Actually, forget it. They're not gonna listen to us.
You sure fighting them back to back is a good idea? You got a plan?
There's not much we can do other than fight. Ellie, Tio, you alright to be going all out? Are you gonna be alright?
Yeah, I'll manage. Seconded. We will go all out if we must.
I think we'll have to if we want to come out on top, so don't hold anything back.
Take your place in special support section, Saber Vipers. Let the battle commence.
Alright, let's do it. Slash, Jed, Huey, and Koki. And Wald's gang, very simple-minded and loses temper easily. Second in command of the Saber Vipers staunchly follows Wald. And Wald's gang, hot-blooded and short-tempered, starts brawls for amusement. And Wald's gang, just recovered from being attacked, takes care of the younger members. You know, I'm not exactly opposed to it, but the craft menu lists combo crafts. These are powerful techniques combining two character strengths. Unleash these powerful techs and target any enemies within in range of either character involved. You're about to get it.
Let's do it. Star Blast!
That was easy. Phew, made by the skin of our teeth.
Shit! Damn cops. Kidding me? How about we lose to them? We're no better than those blue bastards. I don't believe this. You tell me we're just as weak as the hooded freaks?
That's what you're concerned about?
They really are sworn rivals. Let me say one thing. The Testaments will never fall to the likes of those Saber Viper scum. You missiles like the mental capacity outwit us. You said it, they can't hope to compete with us.
How was that? You asking for an ass kicking?
Everyone, calm down.
You're all far too quick to anger.
It seems you all still have plenty of energy to spare. Let's engage in combat one final time.
Huh?
Another battle.
The rules are simple. Whoever is able to bring the police officers to their knees first will be deemed victorious. Are these terms agreeable for everyone?
No! This is ridiculous. Why do you keep dragging us further into this?
Is it not obvious? The only way to truly take this seriously is if you feel your life is on the line.
Let's get him!
Better not hold back!
Ah, crap. This isn't looking good. I don't think we can take them all on like this.
Ain't going down without a fight. Alright, let the battle commence!
8 people? You nutty game. Thankfully, I don't need to redo all this.
We're going straight for Star Blast!
That was too easy.
It's over.
We are victorious. That was intense.
I can't believe it took all of us on at the same time.
Damn it. How they beat us?
Do you understand now? Relying on brute force alone isn't enough to carry you through a fight. You possess a strong offense, but your defense is far too lacking. To put it in simpler terms, you're all inexperienced.
What? Why is this dude lecturing us all of a sudden? Beats the hell out of me.
You guys are pretty strong. I wouldn't mind teaching you You guys are plenty strong. I wouldn't mind teaching you the basics. What do you say? Would you like to learn some of our defense tactics?
Hell nah. I ain't getting stopped by no stinking pigs. We leaving, boys. Yeah. Big dude always sounds like he's full of it. I don't get him. I gotta ever listen to him.
Well,
They're as ever. I don't think the grasp those techniques even though they try their whole lives. Yeah, I hear you. They completely toss aside a valuable learning experience.
well, I'm just glad you guys got something out of it. That makes what we did here worth it.
Agreed. Though I must admit, I am pretty exhausted.
We'll be taking our leave if you'll excuse us then. If you'd like to take a rest, our bar is open to you. I hope that our exercise served as adequate training for you as well.
Huh? Wait, what?
The battle's over. Let's withdraw.
Yes, sir.
Abbas planned this all from the start, didn't he?
He managed to get the Saber Vipers to play along. It certainly seems that way.
He managed to play us like a fill, huh? Screw that guy.
Indeed, I am utterly exhausted. However, the delinquents may strain their attitude as a result of this speech.
You're right. We managed to accomplish our goal, too. I think it's safe to say we've wrapped everything up here. Let's head out.
Right when you are.
Before we head back...
Good work, you guys. Looks like you gave not only us, but those Viper lackeys some valuable training.
No problem. You can never be too careful when you live down here.
If you don't mind us asking, what kind of person is Abbas? I can't get a read on him.
I get a feeling he's got some serious skill. I know where you're coming from. I'm pretty sure he's from around the Middle Eastern part of Zemuria. Considering he idolizes an oddball like myself, I think it's pretty safe to say he's an eccentric guy.
I can hear everything you're saying, Wazzy.
Who are you? Oh. You're the person that's in the... You're the shop here. You're the mother of this place. Alright, we're gonna make sure that I got the extra points from that, because we should be getting a total of 9 detective points should we have done that correctly. Do. Yep, 9 detective points. That's a lot of points. Alrighty then, in that case, next up, we have the Rare Herb Retrieval. How many side quests we have left for this chapter? We still have the East, we still have the East Crossbell Extermination. Sorry, I'm looking at things. Okie dokie, sorry about that. I'm looking at certain things. Certain herb used in internal medicine research. St. Ursula's Hospital, first floor internal medicine office. If I could stop yelling, it'd be pretty great. Across the road. St. Ursula Medical. Okay, so first floor of the medical office. Medical office. Not here. Not you. Not you. Not you. Not you. You!
Can I really trust him to come all this way with a request like that? Perhaps I should have asked the Brace to get after all. By the way, I don't particularly want to empty my wallet for such a simple errand.
I already get a word of it edgewise. Excuse me, sir. We're from the Crossbell Police Department. Special Support Section.
Oh, you came. I've been waiting for you. Come now, take a seat.
Thanks, but we're alright. Standing's just fine. Would you mind explaining the details of your support request, Doctor?
Oh, yes, of course. My request is simple, really. I need you to retrieve a certain herb that we use in our internal medicine lab. It's called lupinous grass. Sadly, it's become something of a rarity these days.
Lupinous, as in Lupinous River, which flows through Crossville City's harbor.
Could be. So he wants to find the grass themselves and bring it back here?
No, not exactly. All I need is for you to obtain some from the Crossbell Cathedral. They should have a small reserve supply of the herb. Archbishop Aralda has already been agreed to my request, so I would like for you to go there as my representative and pick it up.
I'd go myself normally, but I'm a bit preoccupied at the moment.
I think we can oblige, Dr. Lago. You said Archbishop Aralda was of the Crossbell Cathedral?
That's him, all right. Thanks. Once you get to Luminous Grass, please bring it back here straight away.
This seems like a pretty simple side quest.
It's just a literal fetch quest. It's about as like basic a fetch quest as it gets, it sounds like. But hey, it means it's simple. Walk in here. Go to the mains mountain path. So, you...
Welcome to Crossbell Cathedral. What may I ask brings you all here today?
You're Archbishop Araldo, correct? We're the special support section of the CBD. Hear about one of our support requests.
Oh, on duty are you?
Yes, sir. We received a request from the doctor in charge of the internal medicine department at St. Ursula Hospital, Dr. Lago. I believe he contacted you about getting a sample of the lupinous grass you have here. Unfortunately, he's very busy back at St. Ursula, so he asked for us to retrieve the herbs in his stead.
Wait a moment. Lago. You did say Dr. Lago, yes? I did indeed receive a letter from him just the other day, but this is the first I've heard of such a request. Huh? There's gotta be some kind of mistake. Oh, there's no mistake. The reason for this is quite simple. I made it my prerogative to ignore every letter sent by this doctor of yours.
What? But why?
That's no business of yours. Besides, I already swore upon the gods to uphold this solemn vow. Lloyd, some tells me that Dr. Lago didn't exactly give us all the details.
Yes, it appears that they have a rather complicated relationship. But that kind of puts us in a kind of a tight spot, doesn't it?
Still, we accept the doctor's request. Our duty to follow through no matter how... It's our duty to follow through, no matter how difficult the Archbishop may be. Excuse me, Archbishop Aralda.
What is it?
We were informed by Dr. Lago that he intends to use all the herbs for internal medicine research. Considering how renowned St. Ursula is as a medical institution, I'm sure those herbs will go a long way to helping future patients. We don't intend to ask any personal questions about you and the doctor's relationship. However, despite your differences, is it not at all possible for you to let Dr. Lago have some of the lupinous grass?
It seems as though you four have misunderstood me. When did I say I won't hand over the herbs?
Huh?
You will find the lupinous grass in my office, toward the back of the sanctuary and on the left. If you tell Father Renton that you have my permission, he should supply you with the grass without any problem. Now I'd say this conversation has reached its end. Go on, get going.
Thank you, sir? Well, that was weird. Well then. Well, that took less convincing than I was expecting.
Do we even actually need to convince him to do anything in the first place? Sound like he intended to give it to us anyway. I am still confused about the whole ordeal. Would it not be wise to pick up the lupinous grass before he changes his mind?
We definitely should. He said it was in the office in the back left, right? Let's hurry over. I assume he's talking about this?
Oh, how can I help you? This is the office of Archbishop Aralda. You can't simply barge in here.
Sorry about that. We're the special support section of the CBD. You see...
I see. If you already have the Archbishop's approval, then that's fine. Very well. Wait just a minute, then. Here, one sample of lupinous grass. If you've wondered about the name lupinous, it actually comes from an old word meaning wolf. And this particular herb has a fascinating history. It's said that it was gifted to mankind by the divine wolves a long, long time ago. It could once be found in abundance near Crossbell City, but all the recent development has caused it to become scarce.
I think I remember my grandfather telling me the same story when I was little.
Really? I never knew about that. This just raises another question. If the grass is so rare, why would Archbishop Aralda have just handed over like this?
Can't say I understand it either. I get the vibe that he's not the biggest fan of Dr. Lago.
I admit, I'm at least a little curious about this apparent drama between them.
Oh, you're talking about the bad blood between the Archbishop and Lago. It's not really a secret around here. You see, before he was a doctor, Lago was originally studying to be a priest at this very cathedral.
Really? Dr. Lago wanted to work in the church?
There's nothing strange about the notion, actually. When it comes to internal medicine, even the most cutting-edge medical science isn't too far off from the healing techniques the Septian Church will often study.
This is true. The church is known for its research into medicinal treatments and the like. But why exactly did Dr. Lago leave to join the medical college?
Supposedly, he was scouted out by the hospital's director at the time. Despite learning everything he knew about General Messin from Archbishop Aralda, he also had a strong ambition to take on the challenge of modern medicine, so he ended up leaving the path of priesthood. The Archbishop tends to be a bit hard-headed, so he's had trouble forgiving Dr. Lago for leaving the path of the clergy.
I get that. Lago's move probably felt like a stab in the back.
Well, stubborn as the Archbishop may be, he knows when it's important to set aside his personal feelings for the greater good. The fact that he allowed you to have those herbs is a prime example. In other words, though he may scowl at the mere mention of Dr. Lago, he at least still has respect for his abilities as a physician.
So from what I'm hearing, those two do not have a complicated relationship after all. They in fact have an obnoxiously complicated relationship.
Isn't that a bit too blunt, Tio? Either way, in the end, we got what we came here for. Let's go on and deliver these to Dr. Lago before doing anything else. Okie dokie. Well, that was an exceedingly simple side quest. I have no issues with it. It was just exceedingly simple. Back to Ursula Road. St. Ursula Medical College. Bus. And run all the way back to Doc. Hey!
Oh, back already. Back already. Did you get the Lupinus rest like I asked?
Yes, sir. Would you mind checking that everything's in order?
Yes, this is just what I needed. You have my thanks. Now, Well, I'm sure the Archbishop told you some stories about me, didn't he?
No, nothing in particular. Apparently, he did not even open the letter you sent, Doctor.
Yeah, I knew it. I never received a reply, so I figured he must have never bothered to read it.
So the whole thing about him agreeing to the deal was a whole lie. Well, it wasn't easy getting the stuff since we came with no appointment.
I truly am sorry about that. It's hard to talk about these sorts of things. Due to our strained relationship, I turned to the special support section to go in my stead. That's the truth.
One of the priests there filled us in. Despite his stubbornness, I'm almost positive that Archbishop Aralda approves of the path you chose, Dr. Lago.
Is that so? You know, I've always respected him. That much has never changed. Someday, when medical care has progressed and become more accessible, I'll meet with him to apologize and thank him for all he's done.
I think you would really appreciate that, sir.
Anyway, you've been a great help to St. Ursula. If I need anything else, I'll give the SSS a call.
Anytime, Doctor. Very nice. Simple, easy side quest. So, we now have another side quest here, and I think the guide I have is actually written wrong, because it's, oh yeah, it's definitely very written wrong. Apparently there are two other side quests it looks like we can do right now. Yes, I did say two, because it only shows, because there's only technically one I can see here, but the guide I have says that it's in the West Crossbell Highway, and then it immediately says go through the East Street. I don't know about you, I don't think that's right though. But it is the same side quest I can see it's talking about, because it has the same enemy. Something called a Savage Horn, which the side quest there said. So, what did it say actually about Savage Horn? Items of note. Beware of charge attack and snore attack that can inflict burns. Okay, burn is the problem. Do I have multiple pieces of equipment that can prevent burn, per se? I could go get some more. I have a lot of cash. We might as well. Why not? Let's go down here and get a couple items that can prevent some burns. Shop. Buy, because I'm pretty sure you got something here. Yeah. We'll buy 3 of these. And then equip. You've already got it. We'll put it on you. Prevents seal and prevents faint. Alright, we should be ready to tackle it. Alright, so the monster we're dealing with, apparently... we're gonna need to go towards the Tanagrim Gate. So let's start headed our way over there. While we're on our way, we might as well get a little extra Sepith in my pocket. I'll just shoot any enemies that appear in the way. What's nice that I noticed earlier is that the game actually does a pretty decent job of making it, like, you don't have to, like, go out of your way to find these side quest monsters, because I noticed the game actually gave a unique icon the last time I saw one. In the minimap, there's a unique icon that appears on the minimap for those special monsters. Is this? Hang on. Aha! Give me that. Let's see. There it is. Over there. Okay, still can't insta-kill here. Anyways, the monster we're looking for is over here. Yeah, it's nice on the minimap that they have a unique icon. Also, what am I looking at here? Exterminate. So, Savage Horns. A savage water buffalo monster. Once it begins its charge, it's nearly unstoppable, but not immune to any stas ailments. A good enough thing to know. Yeah, okay. Weak to fire. Earth Pulse. Crash Bomb. Let's see what else I can hit him with. Galleon Tower. Wow, these guys were seeing these, I'm gonna be real with you. Intimidation? Is that an orbit? That sounds like an orb. It is. Enemies more likely to run away on the field. Okay. Hey, wait a minute. When did I get a strike? When did I get strike? I don't remember that. I kind of want that, honestly. Let's remove... I might be able to afford... Well, yeah, I can afford getting rid of this. Strike gives 3 fire. I'm okay with that. What is the quickest way to get to a fast travel at this point from here? Because we'll try and do the last side quest for what I think might be the chapter, if what I'm reading is correct. This last side quest is a hidden side quest. So we need to head all the way back to Crossbell first. Let me pull up the guide one more time just to be safe here. Apparently the side quest shouldn't be too difficult. I just gotta... It's mostly just wandering. So first off, to do the side quest, we're gonna save the game. First order of business is head to the administrative district. So let's head over there. And then go into the CPD. So let's go. Here we are. Hi there. Lucky us. But apparently there's new... you guys, you're the newbies under Sergei's command, yeah? Interesting. Who thought he could create a new division this late into his career? Guess Sergei's trying his hardest to innovate the CBD. Hate to admit, this man is an innovative coffeeholic. What's that Vice Commissioner going on about?
I don't think he's even noticed us. Wonder what's wrong.
Hmm? Ah. Okay. So we talked to that guy first. And then we need to go all the way back to the SSS building. The guide is not telling me, being completely honest with me, I don't think, because it's saying a certain NPC should be here, but I'm very much not seeing them. Might as well turn these in while I'm here. Justice coin. What does a justice coin do? Hang on. The justice coin prevents death blows and gives 10% accuracy. Pretty nice. Increases it in dexterity. We'll give it to you. Well, that's strange. It says there's a certain NPC that I should be able to encounter. Unless I'm not able to do the side quest right now. That's also just another possibility. As far as I can tell... Well, actually, you know what I should do? I should look at the other guide, because the other guide usually can help fill in. I don't think we can do anything. In which case, that means that we can't continue on with any more side quests. So that means there's only one more side quest, apparently, that I'm able to get. For this chapter, I should say. Apparently, if I got this right. Now, as for what we want to do from here... You know what? We can continue on for a little bit. I usually would end it by now, but we'll do it. We'll continue. The IBC.
Damn, this place never fails to impress me.
Yeah, it's enormous. I guess it's at least 10 stories high.
Actually, I believe it's about 16 stories. Apparently, the companies unaffiliated with the IBC are located on the 5th and 10th floors.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Indeed, they are a significant source of Crossbill's tax revenue.
So, what's the plan? We did show up without an appointment after all.
Why don't we try speaking with the receptionist? She may be able to help us.
Ellie?
Who?
Ellie?
Ernest.
Fancy meeting you here. I see you're with your colleagues, so I can only assume you're here for work.
Yes, we are. There's something we need to look into. Grandpa sent you here?
Ah, yes. I went for a consultation regarding how to manage the office's operational funds. As you know, work will become much busier next month, so I'm trying to get a head start.
I see. That makes sense.
Oh, by the way, Ellie, have you given some thought to what we discussed?
Yes, I have. I apologize, but I'm not ready to resign from the force just yet. I still haven't truly accomplished my goal. And as long as that continues to be the case, I won't ever reach my full potential. I'm positive I'd only be a burden to Grandfather the way I am now.
Could you answer this at least? Is the road you've taken the only way for you to achieve this goal of yours? Is this goal even achievable in the first place? If it turns out you're just chasing a fantasy, all your efforts would be a waste.
I won't deny there's a chance of that. However, the knowledge I've gained these last 2 months has broadened my horizons more than I could have ever hoped. I feel myself growing as a person with each new obstacle we overcome. Had I followed your advice and immediately became one of my grandfather's secretaries, I would have missed out on all these valuable experiences. So I'll have to apologize to you once more. I'm going to continue to work with the SSS as hard as I can until I've reached my full potential.
Well, at the very least, you're certain about your path now.
Does that mean...
Yes, I won't press you any further. What a shame. Just when I thought I'd be able to bring on a capable aide. I suppose I was mistaken, though.
Ernest.
I have one more small request of you, though. I would like you to attend the Anniversary Festival's opening ceremony next month. As much as I'd love for your mother to come, we know that won't be happening. I'm sure your grandfather would be terribly disappointed if not even one of his family members showed up.
Understood. I'll make sure to be there. Thank you for always thinking of my grandfather, Ernest.
Well, I've been with your family for years, after all. I even still think of myself as your teacher sometimes. This is the least I could do. Oh, we should look at the time. I didn't mean to take you all away from your duties. If you'll excuse me, everyone. And please, take good care of Ellie. Of course.
You ever feel like that guy just feels odd? I get the impression he worries about you a lot, Ellie. Also, what was that about Ernest being your teacher?
Oh, that? He tutored me when I was a child. Sadly, we haven't talked much since I left to study abroad. I assume he intends to become a politician. Correct. I think he plans to announce his candidacy for next year's diet election. It'd be difficult for him to win, though. I don't think he plans on joining either the Imperial or Republican factions.
So he's a little politician in the making, huh? Gotta say, though, he's pretty built for a secretary. He practiced some kind of martial arts.
He's an experienced fencer, as I recall correctly. I heard that he also serves as grandfather's bodyguard because of his skills.
Oh, I see. That explains why he's in shape.
Well. Who do we have here?
Ah! Hey, Grace!
We meet again, my friends.
Oh, you're too, Grace.
What you guys up to? Police business? Do I detect hints of another sensational investigation blossoming?
No, not at all. It's just your imagination.
We're here to look into a few things, that's all. Well, if you say so. I'm actually pretty busy myself, so I'll leave you guys alone. For now. Catch you later, besties.
Bye-bye, Goggles.
Yeah, that lady's always marching to the beat of her own drum.
She not hound us as much as she usually does, however. She must be exceedingly busy.
I'd assume so.
She has a lot of ground to cover with the Anniversary Festival coming up.
It would be nice if we could avoid having her write another article on us. Well, whatever. Let's head on inside. We still need to see if we can get ourselves an appointment with the CEO.
Yeah, let's go.
Okie dokie. Hello?
Hello and welcome to the International Bank of Crosswell. Oh, Miss McDowell. It's good to see you again. I see you brought your SSS companions too. Thank you for helping us test our new service the other day. It couldn't have reached its current popularity without your efforts.
Really? Not good. That's good.
I'm glad we were able to assist you. We'll be sure to rely on your help again when the time comes. Anyway, how may I help you today?
Well, actually.
There's something I'd like to ask you, Lanfei. Would it be possible to see Mr. Croy? Oh, you're not here to see Mrs. Croy? Right, I'm sorry we don't have an appointment set up. But even so, we'd like to meet up with him. Is he available today? Actually, it just so happens he's in his office right now. Will all four of you be meeting with him? Yes, we'd like to ask him a few questions regarding a certain incident. Oh, really? Understood. Please wait while I notify him of your arrival.
Hey, leave our Mademoiselle need to have his free pass to the C-suites.
She really is from a different world as the rest of us, isn't she?
Yes. Understood. I'll send them in. Mr. Croy will meet with you now, Miss McDowell. I'll issue you a key card for the elevator. His office is on the top floor. Excellent. Thank you. Shall we board the elevator then?
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Ellie. You really helped us out.
Well, let's on up and have a nice little chat with Mr. CEO himself.
The CEO's office is on the top floor, right? By the way, what was that card she gave you?
It's just an identification card. Because of all the different businesses that operate out of this building, the IBC issues cards to access the appropriate floors.
So it's basically a big fancy security system then. Almost feels like they're just using it all the latest gadgets just because they can.
Well, the IBC spearheaded the Crossville City portion of the Orbital Network project, after all. The scope of the project grew to its current size once the Crossbelling government joined. I've heard speculation that the IBC provides approximately 60% of the funding. I've heard the same as well. I believe the government provides 30%, while the Epstein Foundation provides the final 10%.
Incredible. I didn't know they were shouldering much more than half the cost.
So you're telling me Crossbell's most generous man's waiting for us up top, huh?
Now then, I'll use the card and it'll take us where we need to go.
Shall we? 16th? Wow. Ooh.
This view's amazing. That's a million mirror view. Probably about what it cost him too.
I visited the Epstein Foundation's office in this building, but it hardly compares. The view from its floor is exceptional. I absolutely agree. The CEO's office is at the end of the hallway. I think it'd be rude of us to keep him waiting after he agreed to meet on such short notice.
Good call. Wait! Hello?
Uncle Dieter? It's Ellie.
Oh, come in, come in!
Thank you, sir.
Hi there.
Ellie, it's been far too long! Close to half a year if I remember correctly.
That sounds about right, but more importantly, I'm glad to see you're doing well, Uncle Dieter. My apologies for not having scheduled a proper appointment with you.
Come now, don't talk as though we're strangers. You're my little girl's best friend, and the daughter of my own good friend as well, after all. You're nothing short of family at this point.
Thank you, Uncle.
Think nothing of it. Now, I've heard from my dear beloved daughter that you've joined the CPD. Will these be your fellow officers then?
They are indeed. We're all part of the Special Support Section.
Hi. Nice to meet you, sir. My name is Lloyd Bannings.
I'm Randy Orlando.
Teal Plato, how do you do?
It's nice to finally meet the three of you. I've read all about you in the Crossville Times. I'm Dieter Croy, CEO of the International Bank of Crossville. Lloyd, Randy, and Teal, you said. We're all friends here, so don't feel like you need to call me Mr. Croy or anything like that. Just Dieter is fine.
Okay.
Were his teeth gleaming just now?
They're so shiny I can smell them all the way over here. Anyway, shall we get down to business? I believe you're here to ask me a few questions. Might I ask what they concern?
Right. The thing is, we were trying to uncover the truth behind our current investigation, and as of now...
There was a mail that came from your guys' terminal?
I think I understand your predicament. This young fellow sent an ore mail from the IBC to your office, did he?
Correct. We suspect it was sent from the IBC's main terminal. There's a strong possibility that Yin took control of the terminal in order to do just that.
I see. To be perfectly honest, I have the utmost confidence in our building's security. Even more so when it comes to the floor where the main terminal is on. Only a few authorized individuals can access it as it is. Furthermore, you must have the proper authentication to operate the terminal.
I know this may be rude of me to ask, but have any employees with the proper clearance been acting suspicious recently? Perhaps a recent hire or somebody who's been acting out of the ordinary?
Not that I can think of. I have the utmost trust in every single one of the employees with access. But that brings me to another thought, Lloyd. Have you explored any other possibilities?
Huh?
For example, what if I was pretending to be this Yin character and I sent you the message?
What?
You're joking, right?
Uncle!
Calm down, everyone. I was purely hypothetical, of course. Could you imagine the headlines if I revealed that I was in fact a legendary assassin? This goes without saying, but reality is hardly ever that outlandish.
Right, of course.
Uncle, I would appreciate if you didn't scare us like that, even hypothetically. He is quite the practical joker.
I apologize for the frights. However, I would give things a second glance if I were you. If one of my employees was truly responsible for sending you the orb mail, given that only a limited amount of people would have access to the terminal, wouldn't it implicate them?
I suppose so. Well, I don't want to get on his bad side. This guy doesn't seem like he's all that bad, but he does raise a fair point. Assuming it could be somebody who works for the company.
That is true.
So we might need to consider the possibility our suspects know at the IBC.
Hey, Tio. That transmission between the IBC and the SSS terminals, would it be possible to mask the location it was sent from?
An interesting question. It is possible that the IBC's main terminal was hacked from an external source.
Hacked.
What does that mean?
I don't fully understand myself, but I believe it's a technique used for the unauthorized operation of a terminal, primarily by breaching one's security system. That's essentially correct. Any terminal connected to the orbital network can theoretically be accessed by another terminal. You would need to be unbelievably talented and familiar with the technology, of course.
People capable of accessing terminals through such means are known as hackers. The orbital network is still in the testing phase, so there are a limited number of places that have access to terminals. But despite these limitations, we have already begun to encounter security issues.
Interesting.
So you're telling me, not only is the CN guy some crazy assassin, but he's also one of these hackers?
I don't think we should jump to conclusions. Though we should consider the possibility that the orb mail was sent from somewhere else.
Well, I truly hope the situation resolved without me having to doubt my loyal employees. More importantly, it poses a serious problem if the main terminal has been hacked. Ah, I have an idea. Would you like to enter the terminal room and investigate for yourselves?
Seriously? Are you sure that's okay?
Of course, you may find the evidence of hacking if you examine the terminal itself. I'll have the staff down there assist you, in case you have any questions.
That would be incredibly helpful, sir. Thank you, Uncle. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Besides, as CEO, this is an issue I can't afford to overlook. And I must say, Ellie, I get the impression your days have been quite fulfilling as of late.
Pardon?
I had my reservations when I first heard that you decided to join the CPD. It does seem like a job that will net you some very valuable real-world experience. So please, allow me to aid you in any way that I can.
Uncle Dieter, it's reassuring to hear that from you.
I'm glad. Oh, one more thing. Speaking with the four of you face to face, I see even more potential than I did reading the articles about you.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize this already, but Crossbell is plagued with a rather unique set of problems. I'm sure Ellie is painfully aware of this as well. I believe that the most significant problem we face as a society is that justice has lost all substance. It has become a shadow of its former self.
What do you mean, sir? Could you elaborate, please?
The idea, very concept of justice, has become nothing more than an empty vessel. Lip service, if you will. Everyone has their own perspective, of course. Some even scoff at the mere mention of it, claiming there is no such thing as justice. Whatever their opinions, however, one truth remains. Humankind are creatures that will, to our dying breath, chase after the ideal of justice.
But why is that?
Justice is a foundation of society, something that people can believe in. If criminals were not bound by that justice we call law, people would isolate themselves in the safety of their own homes, never to venture out into what they see as a dangerous world. If that were the case, any hope of a functioning society would disappear. While justice has become somewhat ambiguous in Crossville, we still manage to live our lives.
Maybe so.
Political corruption, the criminal underworld. Even if the police cannot tame them, the economic prosperity we currently experience allows our citizenry to live their lives in relative comfort. Petty crime is at an all-time low because of it, but an unseen evil still spreads across our land. In sensing it, people seek justice. From the very core of their being, they silently cry out for it. Because no matter what shape or form justice takes, people will always pursue it, just as they pursue the security that comes with society itself. And that is precisely why Crossbill's bracers experience the popularity they do.
Oh, but the safety of civilians above all else. They certainly seem to be allies of justice.
Ain't that the truth? I already got the feeling Crossbones worship the guild way more than any other country do.
Yes, it certainly does make sense.
The extent to which bracers can exercise justice is severely limited, however. As they are, it is simply impossible for them to resolve the injustice of this city. They are a bandage at best. That is why I expect great things from you. You may be the last thing Kira Crossbell needs. What?
You're telling us we need to start taking down those bad guys and place the bracers then?
Oh, we're only that simple. No, that's not what I intend for you. It's clear to me that you four are pursuing justice in your own way. And I think it's important you demonstrate that to the people, so they can see it for themselves.
Oh. Justice still lives on in Crossbell. He wants to give the people a reason to believe that.
Exactly. And for that reason, every article that the Crossbell Time publishes on the special sports section is vital to your success. You may still be young and inexperienced, and you may make mistakes from time to time, but I believe everyone will notice your earnest pursuit of justice. There will be some who don't take you seriously, yes, but however, I sincerely doubt there will be many among Crossbell citizens who will oppose your work. In fact, I think quite a few people have already begun to place their hopes in the SSS, even if they may not show it quite yet.
No.
Look at me, delivering a passionate speech in the heat of a moment. Let's return to the issue at hand, shall we? I believe I was about to give you permission to go and inspect the terminal room.
Ah, that's right. Yes, we really appreciate that.
Where should we go to gain access?
Let me see. I have access, and normally I would gladly escort you there myself. But unfortunately, I have many matters to attend to once our meeting is finished.
Oh, our apologies. We didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
Not at all, Ellie. I quite enjoyed our chat. Shall I have one of my employees take you?
It won't be necessary. Who? Who? You? Who's she?
Belle!
Oh, so you returned.
Yes, Father. I just arrived moments ago. It's been too long, Ellie.
No.
Cut it out, Belle. How long has it been? 2 months? 3? Have you gotten thinner, Ellie? Have you been eating right? You know, 8 that no problem. I will see that your arms and legs have shaped up nicely too. Very impressive. It's only natural that I build some muscle given our daily routines. Because of that, I may have actually gained a few pounds, believe it or not. How's that right? Ooh, now you mention it, I can feel all this new muscle. It feels amazing. I must say, it suits you well. Ow.
She's bold, isn't she?
Thank you, Adios. I will treasure this moment for the rest of my life.
I get the impression their relationship transcends your ordinary friendship.
Maribel, I know how much you enjoy your special brand of touchy-feely reunions, but I think that's enough for now. After all, our guests are quite busy today.
Oh, my apologies. Everyone, allow me to introduce my friend. This is Maribel Croy, Uncle Dieter's daughter and my best friend. These are my colleagues, Belle, Lloyd, Randy, and Tio. No, enough the introductions. I'd much rather inspect them myself. Huh?
Oh dear.
I see.
But
Can I help you? You pass here. You're as cute as a button.
I'm stealing you.
And you two fail, miserably.
What the hell? Why?
Hell, I'm cute as a bun too. Cure even.
The thought of you mangy must being by my dear Ellie's side day in and day out is revolting. Gaza herself must be sighing, no sobbing at this tragedy. Absolutely unacceptable.
Did you just call us mutts?
Calm down, Belle. And what's with your outfits? They're far too casual for someone of Ellie's pedigree. You could have at least had the decency to wear an appropriate suit.
My outfit? Well, these clothes make traveling easier, like when we have to hike through the mountains or cross difficult terrain.
Can I ask for your excuses? You see, Ellie, that's exactly why I didn't want you to work for the CPD. Why can't you have worked for me instead? It would have been a much more worthwhile use of your time and talent. That's enough, Belle.
Well, my office has certainly become a lively place. You're all about the same age, so I'm glad to see you are getting along so well. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time for me to stop putting off my next appointment. Could you show our guests the terminal room, Belle?
Terminal room? Why'd they need to go there?
You can ask them for the finer details. Farewell, everyone. It was a pleasure.
I like that guy. He's kind of goofy.
Oh. A tactical retreat if I've ever seen one. Oh, Father.
If you're ready, then could you lead us to...
Hey, I wasn't finished with you yet. And you there, with the fiery red hair and loud orange coat, do you honestly think that's acceptable? A built physique like yours demands to be shown off in a suit like a real man.
Who, me? Sorry to disappoint you, but suits just ain't my style. I'm more into the casual look. Fits my effortless swagger better. Don't worry though, I may be a lazy man, but I never tried to seduce Mademoiselle on a romantic moonlit night. You know, like my man Lloyd here did.
Randy, I'm going to kill you. Randy! 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 Randy, why?
Can you not say it in such a misleading way? I fail to see what exactly it is about the description was misleading.
Tio, you're not helping.
Besides, your move has improved dramatically since last night.
I'm going to die.
No, please.
Oh, come on, Tio, not you too. Help, help, help. No, put me down.
Lloyd, was it? Here to elaborate on your friend's little story, because there's something I'd like to know. What bioliterous things have you done to my sweet, innocent Ellie?
It's not anything, girl. Ellie, would you please back me up here?
I think I understand the situation now. Shall I show you to the terminal room then? That'd be lovely, Belle. It's not too much trouble. Of course not. I'd do anything for you, Ellie.
Help. So, have we cleared up the little misunderstanding?
Whatever. I'm over it. So you're the special sports section. I'm curious to see what you're capable of. And whether or not you can prove to me that you're worthy of being Ellie's colleague.
Okay. Why is she only directing this at me? Randy, I'm going to kill you.
And you definitely shot straight to the top of her shit list.
That's your fault!
My condolences.
This is both your fault!
I think you had enough fun, Belle. Did you show us the terminal room now? Of course. Follow me. The terminal room is on floor B5. Shall we board the elevator then?
Randy, you're an actual piece of shit. She's a real piece of work.
I promise she's not a bad person. It's just, I sometimes can't be sure if she's being overbearing or overly enthusiastic. Or both.
She and her old man make quite the intense duo, don't they?
I suppose that's to be expected for the family that owns the famous International Bank of Crossbell.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about craziness from you two, Tio and Randy. You two almost getting me killed.
Yin, was it? What exactly is his objective? We haven't been able to come to a conclusion yet, unfortunately.
Got any new thoughts on the situation, Lloyd? I'm sure you probably figured out a thing or two already.
I do, actually. I was wondering if perhaps the threat letter and the orb mail were in truth written by two different people.
What?
I'm not sure I follow.
It's pretty simple. Cancel all performances of your upcoming show or the beloved fervent dancer will have a tragic accident. Yen. The threat letter's phrasing is odd but straightforward. Meanwhile, if you recall the orb mail, I, Yen, hereby submit my support request. Overcome this trial and face me. Only then will I grant you your mission. The orb mail is written with an old-fashioned diction. Wouldn't you agree that they read nothing alike?
I see your point.
Now you mention it, yeah.
I was so shocked by the contents of the orb mail that I failed to notice. And, what do you make of all this?
A few possibilities come to mind already. For example, what if Yen doesn't operate alone? His accomplice could have sent us the orb mail. Or perhaps Yen intentionally wrote two different messages to throw us off. I'm sure there are possibilities I could list, but frankly, it won't help us much to keep throwing out theories at this stage.
Well put. How interesting.
Come again?
Well, we're almost there.
Did I get your approval somehow?
Welcome to B5F. This floor houses the IBC's main terminal. The terminal room is right downstairs.
You really spared no expense securing this place, didn't you?
Of course, we're considering storing all of our clientele's data here eventually. But since our safeguards against hackers are a bit thin at the moment, we have to put that plan on the back burner for now. That makes sense. We can have a national scandal on our hands if the client data were to leak. That's correct, and for that reason, we're still in the development stages.
I see. Alright. What in the hell? Well then, this is wild looking. Huh. Wow. Wow.
This is some mind-blowing stuff. Looks like I'm looking at the future itself. You guys really have the most bleeding edge tech you can get crammed into this one building.
This is the latest model of information processing system developed by the Epstein Foundation. I believe Liberal's high-speed cruiser also utilizes a similar system. Ah, you must be referring to the famous RCL. The systems they use are essentially the same, but there's one major difference. We've increased the processing power several fold to handle a vast network of information. You know, now you mention it, this does kind of remind me of the way the RCL's insides looked. Incredible.
Lady Maribel. Hello, ma'am.
Hi there, you too.
Hello to you as well. I trust the project is proceeding smoothly.
Of course, all thanks to your continued support. Our recent simulations are proving to be extremely successful. Sorry, who exactly are they?
They're with the Crossville Police Department. Oh, by the way, there's a possibility that our main terminal has been hacked into by an external source.
What? Hacked?
Well... Tio, might I explain the situation to them?
Yes, allow me.
Somebody hacked into the network? I can't deny the possibility exists, but I'm told to believe that it actually happened. No, this should be impossible. I refuse to accept that somebody out there could hack into our system this easily.
If you're this adamant, then we'll have to assume that one of you two is who sent the orb mail. So, which one of you two is Yen? Cough it up.
What? Neither of us is Yen. Must have been a hacker then. The two of us are so worthless, that's the only explanation.
Damn, you switched gears very quickly there, bucko. He's being pretty hard himself.
Almost reminds me of Ilya. Guess we know who holds the whip here at the IBC.
The Special Sports Section's terminal received the orb mail around 3 a.m. Be a doll and look through the logs around that time period, okay?
Yes, ma'am. We'll through them right away. Here it is! The Ormel's encryption algorithm was cracked right under our noses.
It's as we thought.
Seems like pretty solid evidence to me that our hacker's coming from outside the IBC. I'll trace their point of access. Okay, the point of access is no good. I lost it.
So we still have no idea where the hacker managed to enter the system from.
Right, whoever it is, they know what they're doing. They managed to get rid of any trace that they'd ever tampered with the system. Most I can confirm with complete confidence that they used this terminal somewhere in the city.
They're good. Really good. May I use the terminal for a moment?
Huh? But...
Go ahead, sweetheart. Tio, was it? You can tinker with our system as much as you'd like. Thank you. I will begin then.
She's gonna find in like 3 seconds, isn't she?
Access. Eon system. Activate.
Huh?
Tio? Oh my! Oh, attending real-time control by multidimensional analysis. Analyzing all terminal logs. Examining all suspicious logins, leaving traces of concealment.
She's amazing!
Bro, she is going at light speed!
What is this insane processing speed?
Please support me, Ito. Accessing all Crosswell terminals via administrator privileges. I'm transferring any suspicious logins to you, so please examine them for me.
Right! We can handle it.
Jesus Christ! Ellie, are you following any of this?
No, not in the slightest.
Glad to hear I'm not the only one who's completely in the dark here.
Oh, I see. Tio is an orbital staff user. Well, that impressive piece of technology allows for instantaneous use of orbital parts. It seems she's found a way to use it as a conduit for automated control of terminals.
You understand what's going on?
Belle did study orbital engineering at the Epstein Foundation, so I'm not surprised.
So the reason she's able to go at this speed is because of the orbital staff.
You could say I know a thing about or two about orbital tech. It looks like they're just about finished.
Oh, hey.
Have either of you found anything?
All the logins on my side look clean. How about you, Clay? Bingo! I got it! Control Terminal A in Geofront's B sector. We detected an unauthorized login from there.
The Geofront.
So our little Rex snuck underground in that area right near the station street, huh?
You two are mistaken. That location leads to Geofront's A sector. The terminal accessed by the hacker was in the Geofront's B sector.
Well, it looks like it's somewhere underneath the northwestern part of the city.
Northwest. Whoa, that was magical.
The northwestern part of Crossville City. That should be the residential district and the entertainment district. What should we do, Lloyd?
Now that you mention it, I do know that there's a door that looks like the one that would lead into the Geofront in the residential area, so we should probably go there. I say we head there immediately. City Hall should be responsible for all Geofront access, if I remember correctly. Let's start by asking the receptionist if we can borrow the key for that sector.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get moving.
It seems like the truth of this case is nearly within your grasp.
I certainly hope so. We couldn't have done it without your cooperation, Maribel.
Thank you, Val. You too as well.
Us? Oh no. We barely did a thing. This girl's the real champion.
Sure is. Great work, Tio. I can't pretend to have any idea what you did, but you helped us without a doubt.
Good job, Tio.
That's our Tio time. Always pulls through for us.
I don't believe I did anything out of the extraordinary. Besides, I'm a member of the Special Support Section too. It's the least I could do. Not extraordinary, she says. I have a proposition for you, Tio. How would you and Ellie like to come work for me? Come on, Belle, cut it out.
You trying to poach our talent?
I'd kind of prefer if you didn't. We need the whole team together, you know?
I'll settle down. I was just kidding. Anyway, once you manage to solve the case, do fill me in on the details. I'll leave that keycard in your hands for the time being. It'll give you access to the top floor as well as this one. Make use of it if you like. Thank you, Belle.
Now, if you'll excuse us. Well, at least we have an idea of what's going on now. Let's go ahead and get on to City Hall and see if we can't explore more. I'm glad we finally have a lead, but wow, I'm exhausted.
No kidding. You must be especially wiped after Maribel tore into you like that. She really didn't like you.
I wonder whose fault that was exactly.
I have to say, it's rare to see someone not specialized in orbital technology reach her level of proficiency. Are you certain Maribel's not an engineer? She certainly has experience from her studies, but no. She specializes in business management. As her father's right hand, I've heard she's tasked with managing several of his projects.
Wow, that's incredible. So, is that what you wanted to hire? Is that what she wanted to hire you for, Ellie?
Yes, I do appreciate her offer, but it's just not for me.
How about you? How about how gung-ho her old man got on us? I don't think I've ever heard a speech that intense before.
I must say, it was quite interesting. Humankind will chase after the ideal of justice. He's been teaching me various life lessons through stories ever since I was little. Today has given me even more to think about when it comes to our duties.
Yeah, same here. Anyway, we got a good lead to go off of. Let's go get the Geofront key from the receptionist at City Hall.
Right.
Let's get going then.
Justice, huh? What is true justice? Does true justice mean breaking the law to do the right thing? Or is it following strict guidelines?
Welcome to Crossville City Hall. Oh, you're with the CPD, aren't you? Are you here to meet with someone? No, not quite.
Can we borrow a key?
The Geofront's B sector. I believe it's in the northwestern part of the city. Wait one moment while I fish you the key. Here you are.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That was easier than expected. Is it okay for us to borrow this without any paperwork? Not to worry. I've been instructed to cooperate with the CPD on matters like this. And truth be told, I've lent that very same key out there to our Bracer Guild before.
Really? I wonder what they needed it for.
The entrance to Geofront and B sector can be found near the residential districts far away. Please be careful with that key. We've lost it a few times already. Okay, we'll be extra careful with it.
Thanks, beautiful.
You know, there's something I never actually did. It just now occurs to me. I got this luck gem a long time ago. What does it do? Okay, it's the same thing as before. I just want to make sure. I don't know why I only just now remembered that. But I did. Let us go... I don't have to heal up. What am I thinking? Actually, hang on. Okay, no. No side quest there. I want to try one more time, and then we're going to try exploring just a teensy bit of the new area, because I want a new place for farming experience. Actually, no, I should check what I'm thinking about first. Administrative. Not there. If I talk to that NPC... Apologies. No. Alright, in that case, let's just go to the residential district. And let's explore just a teensy bit. I want to make sure I can explore this and get some kills on enemies and stuff. This is Geofront's B sector. Honestly, it doesn't look all that different from the A sector.
According to the database, this sector is used to control the city's wire systems. The terminal in question should be located somewhere in the upper stratum. Based on your mail, he'll be expecting us. We should proceed with caution.
True, there's no way to know if this is a trap or not, so let's keep our eyes peeled. Don't want to get caught off guard, you know?
Right, let's tread lightly. Ah! Okay, it seems like I'm safe to do what I want. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I can't stop yawning, gosh dang it. And we're gonna go ahead and save here, and we're gonna end it here for today. So, thank you all so much for watching, hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you all later. Peace.